Hey everybody. So today I am going to try to organize my repair jewelry. I have this tray here where I'm going to separate a bunch of the stone colors, but so I have this bag of mixed stones here and this bag here, but I don't know if I'm going to work on that now. I think what we're going to do is try to separate everything into, there's three categories basically. One would be missing stones. Another one would be missing pins. Like this is a really great sterling and ebony, or no, it's a onyx with a malachite, but it just needs a pin right here. I mean, it still makes a good pendant. Most of these pins are fairly easy to replace or fix the clasp because it's all you just add that center piece and you squeeze it together with a pair of tweezers. So I have missing pins, missing stones, and corrosion. The way I fix corrosion is a little bit of white vinegar. It tends to clean it right up. I don't know if it will do all this stuff around the enamel on this guy, but sure will be interesting how that one works. This one's missing a big center stone. It's kind of a fun goat, and a couple on the breast. But you can see I have a lot of pins to fix or that need repair. Here's a cool turtle. He's missing his eyes. So I figure first thing to do is separate. There's also a lot of stuff in here, like these earrings that I put in here to use for stones. So all the stone stuff to take apart, I'm going to put on my tray. I just started taking apart a red rhinestone pin, and I'm going to have like red, yellow, blue. All this will be clear stones as I separate them. But spending the time to organize everything makes it a ton easier to when you start to sit down for repair. This is kind of a nice bracelet. There's one dark stone there, but still is in decent shape. Here's another one. Is that one? Let's see if that one actually clips together or not. And also another nice prong set bracelet. This is a pocket watch key. I guess I'm going to put that in my key jar. I do like that one. Alright, is this one worth fixing? Oh no, this is an earring. So I kind of grabbed this for the pearls and these AB crystals. Here's a mouse with the cute little glasses. It's missing its eyes, so put that there. Another thing you have to do when before you add stones, you have to remove all the old glue, and that can take a little bit of time sometimes, but these are all old prong set necklaces that will there's a nice little AB crystal one, but all this is for, I have that for the stones. There's going to be some things that I don't think are quite worth fixing that I'm going to put into a craft bucket. Especially like if there's some metal wear. I don't fix that at all. Like I don't replate the gold plate, or if the base metal's showing through, it tends to be a dead pin to me. That one's that's an old pin. We'll see if that fixes with vinegar. There's just a little bit of corrosion right around here. This is the little corro pin. Missing one pearl. Should be fairly easy to fix. This is a Trifari bracelet. That might actually sell pretty well as just a bracelet. This is an Avon chain too. Nice prong set clear crystals. When you are taking jewelry from broken jewelry, or taking crystals from broken jewelry, one of the better things to do is use prong set, because the prong set stuff tends to not be glued in. All these crystals have foil backs, and when you pop a glued in foil back out, it tends most of the time to leave most of the foil on the glue. You can see only a third of this stone has foil on it now after I popped it out. So if they're glued in, I tend to put them in my my craft jewelry. Springsteen jacket. I'm missing one stone. Today I'm gonna hopefully get a chance to cut some of the potatoes. So this one, it's got two problems. One's pretty easy to fix. The pin has bent, so normally you can just take a pair of pliers and fix it, but I did that one with my hand. And the other thing that happened was it's missing one stone off the butterfly. It's a very cute pin though. Should be able just to add that rhinestone. Going with flea markets. There is no flea markets open right now. But like after we're done with I guess the quarantines and all the business closures, they're the best days to come to the flea market around here, I would say, this is Hollycraft. Definitely Saturday and Sunday. Where I'm at, you can go to a flea market in the summer, basically within 1 hour. You could go to a market every day of the week. Lambertville tends to be one of the better antique flea markets for us. Columbus on a Thursday tends to be very good also for antiques. Get a lot of New York and Philadelphia dealers show up at Columbus. I don't think this one has a problem. Oh, it's missing the clasp for the pin. So, but on Friday I tend to go to Collingswood flea market. That's a nice little market. Has a little bit of corrosion right there that will come right off with a little bit of the white vinegar. But I don't know. I miss going to the markets immensely. It's definitely something I've done for probably the last 20 years. Now, the only reason I'm not going to stick this in the craft pile, there's a broken stem on this flower, but these little white beads, and these beads, they're hard to find actually when you need a little bead like that. So I'm going to keep that in my repair. There they are. This is all my other scrapings of rhinestones. So definitely have to empty this today. I think I'll get to my other repair box. You can see all these nice pins in here. We'll get to this another day. I'm gonna work on this guy, try to separate the crafting jewelry and the stuff that needs repair. And then I'll organize, like after I have it all organized, it should be pretty easy to put away. That's actually pretty interesting. It's got a little bit of corrosion right there. It's like a little shield. I don't know if that, we'll see if that comes clean. When I used to sell in the city, costume rings always did well. I probably sold, I would bring a ton of costume rings. They also did well. For a little bit, I had a small store, and the trays of all the fancy, gaudy costume rings always did well at the little boutique store I had. There we go, piece of gold filled or gold. Looking like gold filled. Put that in the pile. He's missing an eye, little goldfish. It's got a little bit of deplating on its tail, so I'm going to stick it in my craft pile. Little sterling earring. Oh, that'll be good for sterling scrap. I did order online a bag of these pins, just because when I do the little my little art project, these will be perfect to add to the back. What's nice is, see how these have the little holes. I always like to put a little screw right through the back. It makes it a little bit more secure after you glue it. It's a nice button. I think that will sell better as a button than pulling the stones out of the prong set. Man, if that's the size of the earring, imagine the necklace and the pins that went with it. I think there's only one of those though. I do like this guy. It's a pigeon pin. Too bad the stomach has I don't think that will clear up. I'm going to try cleaning that. I'm always amazed how well pigeon stuff does online. Little eye missing on that fish. I've sold some antique like pigeon trophies and some other stuff, and they just did phenomenally well. Kids are having a good day. They're playing on the trampoline. Little jelly belly poodle. I don't know if I can fix that one. Maybe. Need to replace all the pearls around the side. There's a cool piece of, actually looks like petrified wood almost. Definitely most of the stuff looks like it's headed to a craft lot. Another cool stone, piece of picture jasper. I guess the reason they call it always looks like the desert floor with the sky in the background. That one's pretty cool. Looks like it's a really nice stone. We'll save that prong set. This is a hard stone to get right here, that oblong one. Swan's cute, but put that in the craft jewelry lot. Well, this one actually looks, it's missing 3 purple stones. Yeah, it's a cute pin, but I think it'll look better in somebody's craft project. We have, I think the next 2 days is going to, it's missing the ear on that cat. The next 2 days it's supposed to rain, so I want to finish this up so I can go finish like 3 more beds on the garden. Probably show you guys how we cut the potatoes too. It's fairly simple. But they need to dry before you plant them. He's missing a couple stones on his tail. It'd be easy to fix. Carved little Buddha guy. He's see the Buddha figure itself, all the enamels come off of the pin. And I'm going to stick that in the craft lot. It's actually a nice pin though. This looks like an early piece of Trifari. It's not marked though. It'll be easy to fix. There's only 3 small stones missing. It's a cool cicada. I'm gonna, even though the plating's kind of off, I'm going to keep that just for just see if I can make something like it. That's a cute little frog with the one eye missing. Is it signed? No, not that I see. He's missing 1 pearl right there, the little flowers. Those are nice, clean, bright stones, all prong set. Strike pin. It's missing a pin back, so it goes in the pin back section. And little bear. He's only missing 1 little rhinestone right on his nose. I do like him though. There's 3 stones right there. Put the blue start there. Okay. Toothbrushes. So I used the toothbrushes to, dip in the vinegar to clean the tarnish on those pins. Definitely works well for scrubbing them. I bought these off of a different, off of somebody else. These actually don't have the same type of fire as the stones in these bigger bags. They're kind of almost dull. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to actually keep those. These stones just need to be replaced, but the pin itself is nice early, probably 1950s pin. Like that metal work. Some more stones. A ton more rings. That's all prong set. I never got up on eBay the craft lot from last week, so I guess I'll have 2 this week. these little blue stones here are actually good, and especially those little pearls on that earring. Prong set. Another nice good pin back. Stick that with the pins. So with some of these pins, I can easily take out this clasp here and add it to one of these. Oh no, one of these. So basically you just take a little screwdriver and you can pop out that center pin part. I'll save a couple of those pins from going into the craft section. That's actually kind of cool. It's Don Quixote, it looks like. He's chasing a windmill, letting the lion go at the circus. Well, we gotta go dig next. Okay. Definitely have, what is that? Might actually be, I have a little collection of these. Hey, Gab.
You want your bike?
It's a little carved bone bird. Definitely cute. I'll put that up with my collection of those. What's nice is they're so small that they don't take up a lot of room. I don't know what I'll do with that, but it would be good for repair. Huge center stone. Almost 2/3 of the way done. We have I have a bunch more boxes to go through, but I think this weekend I'm gonna try to do the.
When you set it down on the table.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess it is less shaky. This weekend I'm actually going to try to make our first piece of jewelry. Look at that. I got 2 of those. I think I'm going to put them in the craft section just so that way somebody can make something cool with it. I like this terrier. Hey Dar, you gonna go ride your bike?
Yeah.
Good.
Mine is better with lawnmowers.
You're not allowed to ride the lawnmower.
Yes, because I can't do the tractor one this summer. Lulu, try. No, it's too muddy. But when it's dry, yeah.
This is a nice early earring. Would be nice if this was a gold back. It's not, but every once in a while you find them on costume earrings. This is a little sterling earring. Yeah, kid. By the couch.
I'm already learning how to ride this thing, and I'm already a pro.
You gonna make a picture?
Bite! 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 Hey, daughter. Can you go get...
I'll help you do that. Alright, I gotta go fix a bicycle. Another sterling earring. Yeah, not a problem. I'm basically done. I'll show you guys what we finish in the garden at the end. Thank you. So, you're about to see me use baking soda to try to dust my potatoes. It didn't work, so don't use baking soda. Alright. So, I started cutting potatoes. I did some Yukon Golds. I sprinkled them with some baking soda to try to cut down on the mold or the fungus. Baking soda does have an anti-fungal property. When we used to do them at the farm, they'd use some weird fungicide that I really don't want to put in my garden. So I figured I had the baking soda, why not try it? Now I'm going to go try to do these, cut these purple potatoes. Figure I need about 100 starts. You can see how deep purple they are. You need to, I mean, without an eye, see this right here? That would be considered the eye of the potato. Without that, they will not start. So these almost have like a nice ink dye to them. They're kind of nice how purple they are. I don't know if you've ever had purple potatoes, but they do taste pretty good. Definitely have a nice flavor. But I quartered my potatoes when I cut the seed. Basically I just have to keep count. I need to do 25 potatoes to get to the end of my row. It's almost like somebody took an ink pen and dyed these. This one's going to be kind of small, so I'll cut another small 1.5. I'll do the same with that one. But it's I think definitely going to pay off. I have, how many different varieties of potatoes do I have? I think I have 5 different varieties of potatoes. I'm going to try to plant a row of each of them, just to see which one does the best for me. One wouldn't hurt to do all the same variety, but I just didn't want to not have one potato not do as well. So since it's an experiment for my garden, I figured I had to do that. A bunch of different types. I'm about halfway done with cutting the purple potatoes. Actually, I have to look up the variety. I'm sorry. Didn't look that up beforehand. I more just wanted I wanted a nice deep center purple. There's a lot of purples where the skin, the center doesn't stay as purple as these. It'll kind of almost be white. I actually cheated. Instead of buying certified seed, I went went to the produce exchange market and picked out the cleanest potato, just so I had some to eat also. Definitely doesn't look like they have a ton of disease, but could have done the wrong thing and we'll have a big problem where we get a lot of rot. I did spend a premium on these potatoes though. There was other ones for like $10-12 a bag. I think I spent $30 to $40 a bag on these. So you can just see it, they seem to be really nice. Basically, after you cut them, I let them sit for a little bit. You don't want to cut them or plant them while they're still wet. And put the baking soda on these. Again, I'm not 100% sure if baking soda will be 100% effective on cutting down the fungus that grows on the potatoes, but I know every little bit should help, and it definitely won't keep the potato from growing. So they're basically ready to go in. When I plant them, I plant the heel down, or like the cut spot down, so that way the eyes don't have to grow around the potato to go up. It really doesn't matter, you can plant them like that. So I'll show you the little art thing that Gabby and Darwin did. Definitely did a lot today. Look at how much, look how long this hopscotch is. That's a pretty good one.
Are you doing it, Dave?
Yeah, I'm filming it right now.
Well, you have to do it.
Oh, me do the...
Yeah, Gabby's gonna film you doing the hopscotch.
This is a tough one. I like that it goes all the way around.
And then you have to turn around and do it again.
How many spaces are there all together? It looks like...
There's 47. More than 27.
Yeah.
Alright, do it, Gabby. No, Daddy has to do it, and I film him.
Well, let's see. You go one, boom. I don't know how you do this one.
You leap.
Oh, leap. Oh, okay.
Here,
So I'm out. You go do it once.
That was more of a jump, but okay.
Oh, dance. I missed that one. 10 jumping jacks. That means you have to go back like I did. Oh, you smiled?
Uh-huh.
I like the twirling.
I should have thought about how many I had. I made that really tricky right there.
Turn around and do it again. I think right here you have to put, Gab, 1 foot for these three. No, I know, but people, or the other kids won't know how to do it. It's awesome.
You have to do it now, Daddy.
All right, I'll try it again. All right, we're having fun. So, did all the potatoes. I put them out to dry just because they want to have like a nice little scab on them after you cut them. Definitely have a lot. We did 400 pieces, and the 400 pieces are all going to go in. We just finished the beds, so we have 1, 2, 3 50-foot beds. And Gab, do you remember how long these were?
50 foot and 40 something.
Thanks for bringing a beer. She hasn't quite learned. As soon as she starts shaking it, I definitely won't ask her to get me a beer. But it's we literally just finished. So all this is going to be potatoes, and the rest we're going to mix with regular soil and the compost. So I guess we'll plant those tomorrow, and hopefully I got most of the pins sorted, so just need to now sit down and work on them. But it was just too nice today. The next 3 days it's going to rain. So, all right. Hopefully you thought this was a good video. Hopefully everybody out there is safe. And if you haven't yet, give somebody a call. I appreciate everybody watching, and thank you very much. Peace. It's definitely a lot of work. The reason we stopped here was we didn't want to run into the roots of the tree. So that's why it's kind of shaped the way it is.